Hello, welcome to another Rise of the Eldrazi draft. This is the first pick. Pelakka Wurm is a straight up bomb, and I do like green, so I think that's probably the pick here. Notable runner-ups are most of the rest of this pack: Merfolk Sky Scout, Emrakul's Hatcher, Skywatcher Adept, Wildheart Invoker are all definitely pickable, but it's tough to argue with the Pelakka Wurm there for sure. And speaking of tough to argue with, you were definitely looking for overall synergy with your choices in this draft format, especially. Rise of the Eldrazi is very focused on synergies. Decks that utilize the broad synergies of the sets are definitely going to destroy just a good collection of the most solid cards, which is definitely how I first started drafting the set. Is I would just look at every pack, try to make the best pick in the pack, which was very much the way that Zendikar drafting was a lot of the time. But in this format, you got to think about Overgrown Battlement, powering out your Pelakka Wurm, and moving you further into green. And this is a really powerful strategy if I can pick up multiples of these. It also allows me to cut green out of this pack entirely. So I think that's the pick there. Alright, and Hellcarver Demon. Is this a bomb? I think it is. It seems like you pretty quickly just win the game. If they kill him, though, you lose. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's either that or like a Kabira Vindicator, but green-white's not that powerful. I get a Halimar Wave Watch and go into green-blue, which is an okay color combination. But I like green-black a lot, and I have never tried this card out. This might be fun. It might be unplayable, though. This might lose you the game. I'm going to give it a shot. Alright, and I think I want to take the Crusher. Well, that would be a lot of win conditions to take one after another. I could take the arguably more powerful card in the pack, which is Dawnglare Invoker. I could also take the Evolving Wild, which is probably a good idea, especially with a triple green and a triple black. This is going to offer me the flexibility to splash red or to, you know, ditch the Hellcarver Demon, go into green-red and splash black for a couple Vendettas, something like that. So I'll take the Evolving Wilds. This pack is absolute garbage top to bottom, so I will take the Naturalize, which I may in fact use in my sideboard. Now I don't have to worry about taking one of these later, and I can take something else from my sideboard. And this is another very trashy pack, with the exception of Soul's Attendant, which I like quite a bit. I mean, it's not that I won't play green-white. There is a green-white deck, usually involving a lot of totem armor, but I've never really had a huge amount of success with that deck. We'll see how the Soul's Attendant works out. I might move in that direction. Alright, well, I do like Arrogant Bloodlord. On the other hand, there's a Snake Umbra, which I also like, and a Seagate Oracle, which could possibly be the best card in this pack. Green-blue is a good color combination. But green-black is better. Really, of all the color combinations, green-black is one of the best. And Arrogant Bloodlord can often do the trick. This also helps me cut black. And Snake Umbra is not that big of a signal, so I think I'll take the Arrogant Bloodlord here. Ooh, Dreamstone Hedron. Seems like it'll probably be good in this deck. I think it's better in this deck than a Gloomhunter, for example, or the Leaf Arrow for the sideboard. So it's going to be the Dreamstone Hedron. Here we have a Baneful Omen came around, but it's basically unplayable, even if you have a deck full of this stuff. It's so late. It's so slow. It does nothing when you first play it. That's one of those benchmarks for 8-cost spells. You play this spell and literally nothing happens for a very long time. An entire turn can be an eternity. On the other hand, what are my other options? I guess I could take the Reinforced Bulwark. to potentially go nuts with Overgrown Battlements if I can get more of them. Speaking of which, I could take the Warmonger's Chariot. Maybe I'll end up in like red-green Defender deck. Probably not such a good idea, but I'll try it out, see if I end up playing that, but I probably will not. Okay, at this point it's either Essence Feed, Skeletal Wurm, or Soulbound Guardians. I think Essence Feed is the best card here. It's surprisingly playable, and it helps me accelerate into Pelakka Wurm and Hellcarver Demon, so I think I'll go with that. And here's what I was saying, so I'll pick up the Ogre Sentry anticipating the Defender possibility. If I can get some Vent Sentinels rolling, it could happen. I've never seen that deck be that successful though. Alright, on to pack 2.